Dei Evangelii, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Virgilius Cardinalis do Carmo da Silva, spondeo voveo ad iuro. Sic me Deus audivet, et hac santa de Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Anscarius Cardinalis Cantoni, spondeo voveo ac iuro. Sic me Deus adjuvet, et ex santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Pula Cardinalis Anthony, spondeo voveo ac iuro, sic me Deus adiuet, et ac sancta Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Paulus Caesar Cardinalis Costa, spondeo voveo at iuro, sic me Deus adjuvet, et ex santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego William Cardinalis Co, spondeo voveo ac iuro, sic me Deus adiuvet, et ac santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Adalbertus Cardinalis Martinez Flores, spondeo voveo ad iuro, sic me Deus adiuve, et santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Georgius Cardinalis Marengo, spondeo voveo ac iuro. Sic me Deus adiuvet, et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Petrus Baptista Cardinalis Pizzaballa, spondeo voveo ac iuro. Sic me Deus adiuvet, et ex santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Stephen Cardinalis Brislin, spondeo voveo ad iugoro. Sic me Deus adiuvet, et haec sancta Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Angelus Sixtus Cardinalis Rossi, spondeo voveo ac iuro. Sic me Deus adiuvet, et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Aloysius Joseph Cardinalis Rueda Aparicio, spondeo voveo ac iuro. Sic me Deus adiuvet, et ex santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Gregorius Cardinalis Risch, spondeo voveo ac iuro. Sic me Deus adiuvet, et haec sancta Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Mula Stephen Cardinalis Stephen Martin Mula, spendo vevo ac iura, sic me Deu advent, ad hac santa Dei Evangelia, qui mani mea tango.
Et ego Joseph Cardinalis Covocano, spondeo voveo ad iuro, sic me Deu adiuvet, et ec santa Dei Evangelia, quae manu mea tango.
Et ego Protasius Cardinalis Rugambua, spondeo voveo ac iuro, sic me Deus adiuvet, et haec sancta Dei Evangelia,
que manu mea tango.
Et ego Sebastian Cardinalis Francis spondeo voveo ac euro, sic me Deus adiuvet et hic sancta Dei Evangelia que manu mea tango.
Et ego Stephen Cardinalis Chao, spondeo voveo ac euro. Sic me Deus adivove et ac sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Franciscus Saverius Cardinalis Bustillo, spondeo voveo ac euro. Sic me Deus adiuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Americum Cardinalis Aguiar, spondeo voveo ac euro. Sic me Deus adiuvet et ec sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Carlos Cardinalis Castillo, spondeo voveo ac euro, sic me Deus adiuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Vicente Cardinalis Bocalich, spondeo voveo ac euro, sic me Deus adiuvet et hic sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Luis Gerardo Cardinalis Cabrera, spondeo voveo ac euro, sic me Deus adiuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
And as we mentioned before, the conclave is when the cardinals are locked in the Sistine Chapel, and that comes from the Latin phrase CONCLAVE, literally means with a key. And this stemmed from the time when, during the conclave in 1268 in Viterbo, because the papal see had to be moved from Rome due to the overwhelming violence that was taking place in the Eternal City. So the papal see was moved to a small town, Viterbo, right outside of Rome, and it was the longest conclave in history, lasting just about 3 years. And to encourage the cardinals who had taken so long, the citizens of Viterbo had locked the cardinals into the palace of the popes in Viterbo, and also kept them limited to bread and water to, again, encourage an election, a quicker election, but it still ended up taking until September of 1271, after about 3 years without a pontiff. And it was at that time that Pope Gregory X was elected. And it's from that time that we actually get the beginnings of the modern conclave process that we see today, which actually, the pontiff that was elected during that time, Gregory X, he published an apostolic constitution, Ubi Periculum, with more concrete rules on how the selection of a pope should be carried out. And that's the apostolic constitution that remains the basis of this modern day process that we are seeing the beginning of now, with these cardinals taking the oath of secrecy.
Et ego Ioannes Paulus, Cardinalis Vesco, spondeo, vovevo, ac euro, sic me Deus adiuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Dominicus Josephus Cardinalis Mathieu, spondeo voveo ac euro, sic me Deus adiuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Robertus Cardinalis Repole, spondeo voveo ac euro.
sic me Deus adiuvet, et ec sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego baldassere cardinalis reina, spondeo voveo acciuro, sic me Deus adiuvet, et ec sancta Dei Evangelii, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Franciscus cardinalis Leo, spondeo voveo acciuro, sic me Deus adiuvet, et ec sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Micola cardinalis Bicioc, spondeo voveo acciuro, sic me Deus adiuvet, et ec sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Dominicus cardinalis Battaglia, spondeo voveo acciuro, sic me Deus adiuvet, et ec sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
And now we move on to the order of deacons, including the Cardinal Camerlengo, who had responsibility for the property, the fiscal goods of the patrimony of St. Peter, and has an important role during the papal interregnum, the sede vacante. As we get closer to the last of the cardinals making their oath to faithfully adhere to the rules for the conclave, to fulfill the duties of the Petrine ministry if they are chosen as Pope, and especially to preserve the secrecy that is involved with the election of the Roman Pontiff. We will approach the point where we will hear the Master of Pontifical Liturgical Ceremonies proclaim the Latin phrase extra omnes, let everyone go out, calling all those who are not cardinal electors to leave the Sistine Chapel. The papal MC will remain within the Sistine Chapel briefly while Cardinal Cantalamessa gives the meditation to the cardinals, according to the Apostolic Constitution Universi Dominici Graecis. And at the conclusion of that meditation, with the papal ceremoniere, the papal master of ceremonies, guiding the ceremony, he will then leave the Sistine Chapel. He will ensure that all of the entrances to the Sistine Chapel are closed and secured, a guard is posted, and the cardinals will proceed with the first ballot according to the ceremony. After the papal MC leaves the Sistine Chapel, the cardinal dean, or the person acting on his behalf, having consulted the electors, will immediately invite them to consider any business that they feel must be urgently addressed. And in the absence of any urgent business, or after that has been concluded, the cardinal electors will proceed to the first vote, again according to all the procedures laid out in the Apostolic Constitution Universi Dominici Graecis. And the ceremony indicates finally that the first session of the conclave may be fittingly and appropriately closed by invoking the help of the Virgin Mother of God, Mary Most Holy, with the very ancient and traditional Marian prayer, the hymn Sub tuum presidium. We fly to thy protection, O Holy Mother of God, despise not our petitions in our necessities, but deliver us always from all dangers, O glorious and blessed Virgin.
Ac ego Emilius Paulus Cardinalis Ceric, spondeo voveo et iu accuro, sic me Deus adjuvet et ex sancte Dei Evangelia, que manu meo tango.
Et ego Christophorus Cardinalis Pierre spondeo voveo ad juro, sic me Deus adjuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tengo.
Et ego Angelus Cardinalis Fernandez Artime spondeo boveo ac juro. Sic me Deus adjuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Rolandus Cardinalis Makritskas, spondeo voveo ac juro. Sic me Deus adjuvet et ex sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Timotheus Cardinalis Radcliffe, spondeo voveo ac juro, sic me Deus adjuvet, et ex sancte Dei Evangelii, que manu meo tango.
Et ego Fabius Cardinalis Baggio, spondeo voveo ac juro, sic me Deus adjuvet, et ec sancte Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
Et ego Georgium Cardinalis Cuvacad, spondeo voveo ac juro, sic me Deus adjuvet et ec sancta Dei Evangelia, que manu mea tango.
And George Jacob Cardinal Kovacad, the final cardinal deacon, swears the oath.